Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Frozen and today we're back with some more UnderMine 2. I just felt like playing it today, you know? It's one of those games where I do feel like I can just kind of like pick up, do a run, and have some fun, you know? Let's try and get a follower, why not? Well, let's see if we can get followers. We're going to unlock as much of the stuff as we can. That is like the main task. And I'm just going to do a few bits in this early access phase, which then means that there is nothing else for me to do. And then I literally have to wait. I think there are some cool stuff. Actually, ooh, Salamander's Tail immediately. I could pick up that Salamander's Tail for a really good start. On the... Nah, we'll do Dante, Like, I could pick up that Salamander's Tail, but I'm like, eh. Man, it did probably not come across good on the mic. But yeah, how are we all doing? I, myself, am doing pretty good. Got a lot of stuff on personally, and got some stuff I need to sort out for this week, so there's that on my list, so I just kind of want to chill out for a little bit and not worry about too much, you know. Maybe for once in my life, actually go to bed early. You know, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? I would like to do like a swing build with him, you know? No. Learn to whip it good. Man, it's that point where I feel like I should use a mouse and keyboard here, you know? Just for this guy. I'm not too sure how I feel about that, you know? But yeah. And that, you know, just chilling, you know, relaxing away. Nothing biggie. Although I have been enjoying a bunch of different games at the moment, and like kind of just like getting into them and stuff. Like games that I haven't played in like ages, and just enjoying. I want this because it does increase the bounce for Shane Pierce, but I have to get the Firewatch for the intelligence game. I could have actually saved that, but you know. Let's go away from the whole bounce, and maybe we can get like one big explosion with our intellect and go that way route or something. And we do have... got some keys. We have a bomb, so let's go use the bomb first. Ooh, and the bomb. Because yeah, I've been playing a bit of Satisfactory, and you know, it's well named, I will admit that. I will admit that. It is very, very well named. Increased Pierce and Caliber. I like that, but the issue I have with it is, it's like, yeah. Well, that does heal 20 anyway. And I get a bomb out of it as well. Yeah. I'll take it. Oh. I could have got more healing. It heals 25, I could have got more out of that. Could have got more. But I already wanted it for the key, so... And I could get the other key as well. Intelligence me, please. No. Did not get intelligence. Wisdom... I am going to take the luck here. I think in general, luck is just a very good stat, which is kind of weird. You know, I play a bunch of games where I just, like, focused on, like, chance effects and stuff like that, and I was always found, like, I always got, like, good success. So I'm kind of happy to be able to, to go for that a little bit. Not greatly happy, but you know. Ooh. Yeah, what else am I up to? It's like just keep myself busy really at the moment, you know. I got work, kind of looking at jobs and stuff like that to try and maybe like I can't drink that yet. You gotta get rid of this curse, so you know, because I kind of just I don't know if I'm getting just a bit stale, but I'm probably not being fully fulfilled in what I would like to have from my current employment, you know. Or I could just be a baby about it. I could be being a baby about it. I'm not dismissing that either, but I think it's just a good idea to keep my options open to a certain point, and if something does pop up, something pops up. If not, then we carry on. Money's always the thing, but I would like to... oh, do we go for the key one? That's a lot of gold. The other one, though. We can always go across the bomb, so... I have 0 bombs. I honestly thought I was going to fall into the void there. Okay. Then to the shop and see what we get from there. If I get stuff that increases my intelligence, I'm totally doing it, by the way. Yeah, I'll take the first aid kit. That seems actually pretty good. And we'll take that as well, but I will not drink it just yet, because, again... Now, I could have gone for bombs there. Golden bombs would be kind of cool, but... With the ring we got, we need the mediocre ring as well to get the combo off on that to really increase my intelligence. And... then I think we're laughing. Very nice hot chocolate. I am totally a big kid, I will admit that, right? I am like completely 100% a big kid. I don't know, it's just, I feel like I need to have stuff that kind of, okay, this is what we want, the inverter. Let's try and get the gold first, and hopefully I don't have the ability to remove the curse just yet this level. Bomb, nice. But yeah, I will admit, I'm a big kid. It doesn't matter what it is. Cover mana when you pick up golds. I don't really care for any of those, and I do want the other thing. So let's leave that for now. Just teleport back. And see if we can get the rest of the stuff, right? There we go. I'm using the whip a little bit more on this. Normally I just go like full melee. Oh, sorry, full range and don't do anything. What was I saying? So yeah, I feel like a big kid. I'm a very big believer in the fact that I don't think anyone actually ever grows up past like the age of like 16. And probably even less than that in some cases, right? I think it's a mixture of like, do you need to grow up mentally or not, and all that jazz. Like, we can argue that till the cows come home. But I do believe it is a thing generally does happen a lot of the time, right? And it gets to a point where it's just kind of like, well, if I don't need to kind of like grow up in any way, shape, or form, why do I? And the thing is like, what do you mean when you say grow up, right? Like, I know kids out there that are more responsible than most adults I know. So the idea of them having responsibilities is just like second nature to them. Bombs, crescendo. Current damage immunity. Strength, dexterity, intelligence. Could pick that up. I'm thinking about it. Like, what else do I want otherwise? It's just like the bomb production? Maybe? Yeah, I'm a big believer in the fact we don't think we ever really grow up. We just get better at hiding it, right? Like, I don't feel like I've actually grown up since, like, ages ago. Now, that could just be me or stuff like that, but I definitely got better at hiding the fact that I haven't grown up. You know? Is it worth saving that potion to spawn another altar? Actually, yes. I ain't bringing the gods, so we'll stasis that. I like that potion. And the thing is, like, in most cases, I don't even think it really matters, right? I generally think, like, you could function as a normal member of society without the need to, like, I mean, you literally just pretend to be an adult, right? Like, most decision-making processes, as long as you can follow through it logically, you don't need to be, like, an adult to be able to do most things day-to-day anyway. Which is kind of funny to say, right? As long as you understand it, you're kind of like, okay, you know, I just got to do this, this, and this, I can get away with, you know, feeding myself for the next month. And the fact is, like, us as humans, we're kind of impulsive anyway, so... yeah, it's fine. So we're obviously going to, you know, make childish decisions, and, to be honest, like, most adult stuff in most cases is... like, being adult can be classed as being overrated. Let's go to my item room, see what's in here again. I will transmute that for one. And an ice blast. Well, it does... yeah, why not? I mean, the other thing is getting this, which is passive, and it does also scale off the other things, so actually, let's do this, then. I could have gone for the ice armor, but we'll go with the bow and arrow. Seems like a good choice. Let's drop down. Hopefully we can get rid of these two curses we have currently and heal back up. And we got the fly boy. But yeah, I'm like, 'cause you gotta think, like, why do we actually even grow up in the first place, right? Like, you know, what's the main reason that we end up, like, trying to pretend we're adults? Is it to impress the people? Is it trying to fit in with society? Is it just because, like... you know, kind of like, what else are we gonna do kind of thing? Like, so we'll admit, in most cases, right, I will say that I probably kind of, like, you know, I think the words are fake it till you make it kind of thing. You know, I know what to do and how to do things to make sure that, you know, I look like an adult on the outside, and then I go home and I go and do all the things that I want to do. Thank you, friend. One tiny piece of gold. Now, I like to point out, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Let's attune. I think we'll get rid of the ingenuity. Oh, I don't have 500 gold. Okay, never mind then. Never mind. Haven't got rid of the poison, though. The potion poisoning. So we can't drink my potions yet. We get the mediocre ring, though. We got to pick it up regardless of whatever it's up against, because that intelligence increase is going to be pretty big. Right? And between that, like, I will admit, us men, us men, we are very easily swayed, right? Not like in a negative fashion, but more in just like... We kind of just like, you know, we like nice things, right? We like things to be easy without much stress, but at the same time as well, we like solving problems. You know? We like fixing a puzzle and doing all those things, and having the imagination to be able to sit there and do that is a very big thing of how we kind of end up solving problems, right? Nice. So I completely agree with the idea that, that we kind of, like, need to kind of, like, have that sort of childlike wonder to a point where it's just like, well, I'm gonna solve the problem like this, and then you kind of, like, do something really dumb and stupid, and, you know, somehow it fixes the problem. Like, I do not know how that worked, but I'm gonna go with it. Do we go with poison fire? Sometimes apply poison to my team attacks. Well, I mean, if we're going like pure intelligence and luck at the moment, we might as well take it. So yeah, we'll take the crippling poison here. Hey, we'll take it. Doesn't quite synergize with the flame stuff and everything else well, because it'll take damage away from that, but to be honest, late game and stuff, I don't think it really matters, right? But I am kind of, I'm kind of thinking, like, I think there's a difference between, like, a childlike wonder and immaturity, right? Ouch. Like, I generally think you can be just, like, you can be innocent and stuff, and I think that's kind of a, you know, a unique thing, but then people sometimes think, like, oh, you know, you're just being dumb and stupid because no one can kind of, like, no one sees the good in people. You know. And I also think it's something that we end up losing as we get older, right? Is that sense of, like, wonder as well. I do like these whips. That whip sound is so satisfying. Right? It is so satisfying. I might actually get the melee on this. And keep my strength and stuff and all the recklessness and things, right? Ooh, Dewdrop. I do want this. I do genuinely want this. We'll wait and see. Sends a blessing and can activate again and again. Ambrosia as well. Ooh, we've got a lot of stuff we want in this shop. This is a really good shop. Cook that. You know, I do stand by, I think, like, there's a lot of stuff that just ends up getting kind of, like, lost as you get older. Whether it's, like, the belief that you think, you know, good things happen, whether it's, I'm gonna pick this up. We lost the thingy thing, so let's get a random blessing. Intelligence will go up anyway. Luck just triggers everything, so let's get luck. strength. I'll take the toughness here, I think. I mean, strength would be nice, but I think toughness. Drink this one. Make sure that's cooked. Get more healing out of it. Thank you very much. Spawn an altar, and pick that up as well. Got 2 more good potions. More intelligence now. Or more luck. I need to get the intelligence up anyway. So let's do that. And I want to save the other potion for luck. Like, I want to get more luck before I use it, right? Yeah, it can still poison people, it's great. Because like, I will say, like, it's one thing I've always said is the fact that I'm not smart, but I'm clever, right? And I say this because of, like, a very, like, particular thing, is the fact that I don't think, like, I'm not someone that just knows. I mean, I do know random stuff, but I'm not a person that would probably sit there and say, like, oh, yeah, I know all this random stuff, right? And things like that as well. But I am probably a person that kind of goes, oh, okay, how do I solve this particular problem, right? Let's take the ingenuity here, why not? If we're going to go for, like, the massive whip thing, let's do that. And we'll keep stacking intelligence also. Right? So, like, I won't know how to solve a problem, but I can spend time to figure out how to solve the problem. Does that make sense? And I think, like, a lot of people are like that in some ways, where, like, you kind of just, like, hit random buttons until something works, and then people call you, like, oh, you seem really intelligent, and you can solve that, and you're like, I don't know what I did. But I'm in too deep now to turn and miss it. And then suddenly you got, like, a 40-year career of just, like, you know, hitting random buttons until stuff is solved. I mean, for me, most of my stuff ends up becoming down in analytics and things like that, and pattern recognition, which... you know, is a decision. And then having the argument of, like, the usual thing of, like, yeah, but... like, this is what the data suggests, and you want to go against it. That doesn't make sense. But it'll work out, and then, like, it does work out because, you know, the data is never perfect as a set, but you were right, but also not fully right, you know. It's like the idea, like, your impact wasn't bad enough, so everyone still carries on of, like, yeah, see, it was fine! And you're, like, going, like, yeah, but we were, like, really close to, like, not being able to deal with that stuff, and just, like, hedging our bets would not have hurt us in any way, shape, or form. That's the thing that annoys me the most. Oh. So. For what I'm doing, I do kind of, like, mentally, I do a lot of, like, risk assessment gymnastics, right? For, like many different things, and again, analytical mind as such is one of the reasons why I end up doing it. But the other reason I end up doing it is just because, you know, I find that sort of stuff fun. But there's a big but. I will tend to normally, like, look at stuff, make a decision, and I will normally make my decision based upon minimizing risk factors and all that jazz. Ooh, actually, that would be kind of nice to have. If I can get it, I might take it. So, if I can say to someone, okay, you've got this potential problem that may happen if you do nothing, right? But all you have to do is this one tiny thing. I feel like a salesman. You just have to do this one tiny thing every day. And all your problems will be gone. But no, I end up like thinking to myself, okay, so we've got a problem to solve. I can essentially give you a solution that costs you 0 money, just a little bit of time essentially to kind of set up, and the risk to yourself is 0. I didn't go to the good shop today. My bad. No, I did go to the good shop. What am I talking about? I got everything I wanted to have in that shop. The Shank Blessing. We are literally like the jack of all trades here, and I'm using the whip a lot more, so I do kind of... I should have not spent money, because I got the thing I could have... health, sorry. This is a great room for the Hoarding Pilferer, if I get rid of the thing that I have on me first. Because of that guy. Look at that. My whips are awesome. Maybe I do want the range thing on this guy. I don't know. It'd probably throw you off a little bit to start with, but eventually it'd probably be worth it. Let's open this up. What's in here? Get our blessing. No, more luck. Reckless is back set to its initial level. How does that affect stuff? Let's do it. I was wondering like how that functions, but... Heal. There we go. Like, to get to 180 would be pretty cool. Anything else we can get from here? Ooh, more luck. Oh, you'll take that. 40 clover. And get some gold from enemies is kind of nice as well. Wrong thing. Let's go down here to the big room. Yeah, but anyway, so, where was I? Risk assessment, brain, how functions. Okay. I don't believe that hit me, but okay. So, yeah, so I normally end up, like, creating solutions to problems that may or may not happen. Which is kind of a thing, but then it's like, I will set it up in a way where, it tries to put in, like, minimal effort into solving the problem, right? So, like, you don't need to do anything to kind of essentially, like, this not be an issue later, right? And that's kind of like how I function. Because, you know, I'm a person that, like, I hate hindsight, I believe in foresight, right? I don't think you can plan for every eventuality, but I believe you can plan for most of them, and you can... Oh, I got poisoned. And I think you can kind of, like, prevent stuff from being a bigger issue than it necessarily is, right? It's like taking what would be like $1,000 problem, taking it down to like a £250 problem. Oh, sorry, $250 problem. So there's kind of an importance that I kind of put onto that, where it's like, well, yeah, generally it is worth you to do this because of this, right? More intelligence, yeah. Yeah, reduced laxity is fine. Kind of. I thought that part like slower anyway. Okay. Didn't get all the blessings from it, but we tried. Good amount of gold, though. Good amount of gold. Just double check there's anything else in the shop. I would like the golden axe, to be honest, but I guess we're not getting it. Ooh, actually, no. The tent? I could get the tent. Can I buy both of those if they're fully thing? 500? No. Okay. So I'd have to use the tent first. Then go down and buy that. Which you can't use it on this floor, right? Really, game? Really? Fair enough. I wanted to finagle it. I really wanted to. You know, just get away with succeeding in that front. Oh no, here it is. Enter. I mean, it's extra strength, right? Which kind of is just worthwhile taking. Huh. You can teleport on dungeon level 2 levels. Interesting. That could be interesting as well, actually. Do that. Take my golden axe, and we shall leave. I will spend some gold here just to get some healing. And then we're back to kind of essentially where we were before. No issue. But yeah, I do believe, like, a lot of stuff is, like, taken away from us nowadays in the sense of, like, both the wonder of stuff and also, like, just, like, the enjoyment of things, right? Like, as an adult, you're told, in most cases, you've got a job to do and everything else as well. Like, you can't just have fun. Which kind of annoys me, right? Because, like, at the end of the day, like, I do my job, I come home, and essentially I do my job so I can do nice things at home, right? No, I like to spend my money on random stupid things, and then when I have spent my money, then I get to do cool and fun stuff. Nice. Those explosions are kind of cool on the end of the whip. So yeah, it's kind of like, you just kind of want to like sit there and just relax half the time, right? You don't have to go through all the trouble of like worrying about everything else in the world or stuff like that. Like, everything seems to be always so traumatic in some way, shape or form, right? Like, it's never just simple. You know? I don't think stuff is ever easy, but I don't think it needs to be as difficult as we make it out to be half the time, right? Oh yeah, I got the blessing for the armor. I was wondering why I have an armor piece and I don't have the thing. I got the blessing for it. Thank you, friend, because that was very annoying that it dropped down there. Do we keep the armor here? Nah, I think we get rid of the armor. Like, the armor's nice and stuff, but I think it's, like, more annoying, and I guess we'll go with luck here. Now I've got 4 luck with that. Let's drink this potion. Luck. Up to 8. Nice. No, I could have gone intelligence and stuff, but that was kind of funny. I don't know if there's a limit on that, or if it can keep going, or it's like a dice roll and with like diminishing returns or something. But I went from like 4 luck up to 8 luck. So, well worth it, in my opinion. Well worth it. Ooh, what have we got here? Destroy lowest health follower. Healing ward is kind of interesting, but we don't have anything I can buy from those. Might be a reroll shop, in theory. And there's so much going on here. Okay, recklessness. Eat that. Yeah. It's just like, I've never been a fan of like overly complex, like complicated things. Especially when like, I feel like you can kind of like semi-simplify them down into very small issues and problems, right? Let's take 2 common relics there. Conductor, pretty good. And duplicates food, which is also pretty good. I like that. Those are actually pretty good relics to have. The food duplication is going to be huge, though. You know. And I kind of always hate that, like, certain traits are always seen in, like, a negative fashion. And I don't think anything is really, like, that negative in most cases. I think it can be... let's just say, like, taken the wrong way, I guess, or not understood perfectly, or... Because, like, there are a lot of conditions and stuff that people moan at, and, well, not moan at, but speak about, and they always, like, put them, like, in a negative fashion. And I'm kind of like, oh, that's not really kind of, like, how that works, you know? Right? But people still do it anyway, because, like, it's just naturally ingrained into us, you know? Whether it be stuff with medical conditions or stuff like that, or be other things around those sort of, like, understandings, right? Nothing on there, cool. And to be honest, I always like trying to get, like, the other side of things, right? Whenever I pathfind. Yeah, we'll increase my luck, though. If I can't increase my intelligence, we'll increase my luck. We pathfind, get a bowl. Right? Yeah, bubble. I do want this, but it's getting more and more expensive. Imagine I get enough intelligence to infinitely reroll all my items. That'd be amazing. Actually, the conductor is pretty good with the fact that I kind of, like, get gold from enemies and stuff. Right? And I got, like, a high chance of getting, like, good items and lucky stuff as well, because my luck is now at 10. Oh, no, 9. Where's my luck at stat-wise? 41 luck. It's actually higher than my intelligence. It's hilarious. Make everything in the room that costs free. Increase my strength. And remove a specific curse. Well, that one, please. Wisdom goes up. It's annoying because it doesn't go, like, I technically lost a blessing because I did that. Because I could have got rid of the other curse to get it, but, eh. Let's double check the shop again. Because I think I got a good chance to reroll the shop here. As well. So, let's transmute. I do want to spend gold. Do that again, I guess. Ooh, axe. Well, I mean, it is intelligence-based. One more. Trying to increase caliber and pierce. Chance to summon a friendly smidgen when your team deals fire damage. Well, we do deal fire damage. So I will take that large ember. We are going to deal all the fire damage if we can. But yeah, I tend to like be more mellow about stuff and try not to worry. Like, I mean, stuff does annoy me. There's no doubt about that, right? I think there's no one in the world that can completely be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to not be affected by this thing. Although, I think most cases, like if it's not on your doorstep, you know, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. That's why that is a phrase. But yeah. But yeah, I don't think like I said, like I don't think anyone actually really grows up past a certain age. And like most people say like, well, how can you prove that? Like just because you haven't grown up doesn't mean that everyone else hasn't. I'm like, okay, then like explain to me like why we still do the same things we do when we were in like high school and stuff, even when we're adults, like on a subconscious level, right? And it's not even just like about like, you know, the whole kind of like being mean or stuff like that, and it's all like the click stuff and like, you know, how then people start like bad-mouthing other people behind their back for no potential reason. The fact we only talk to people that we feel like we can get some sort of game with, and it's all that sort of stuff, right? It doesn't change just because we get just because we get older, right? Like, that sort of behavior is ingrained to you at such a young enough age, and it is for, like, survival purposes as well, right? It's not just, like, you know, it's useless behavior. There's a reason why we still do it, and why, you know, it's still technically successful all the way through. Right? I was hoping... Well, I could get gold from it, so... Yeah, I was just hoping for more items. I have really high luck, game. Come on. This is the highest luck I've got so far. I don't know. But it's definitely the highest amount of blessing luck I've got. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I do believe that... like, our behavior doesn't really change as we get older, right? We just either get one, more better at hiding it, or two, it becomes more socially acceptable. But, like, certain behaviors become more dominant as such anyway. Right? I got, like, a good example in some cases, the whole kind of, like, increase the cost of penance. Well, I don't really care about penance, so... Increase my intelligence, please. Carry on. You know, like, sort of like the standard aggressive strategy in business and stuff like that tends to be more applicable to going forwards for a lot of people, which you can see why, because in most cases it forges new paths ahead and also has the highest risk of return to basically be able to turn a profit within certain industries, right? And essentially that's why that it becomes, like, the way to do things, right? Because if you didn't, businesses wouldn't be successful, and they'd be at risk of collapsing, and if the business collapsed, then so does so out the economy and stuff, so you kind of need that sort of, or kind of like, psychopathy behavior type thing, right? I get a smidgen. I mean, I can farm smidgens off these guys, and to increase my charisma then. Does the charisma increase the spawn rate of those, then? Is my question, right? To deal fire damage. I'm very lucky though. Super luck. Imagine I get the star as well, that'd be hilarious. Ooh, the map and the compass. Do they combine? They should do, right? No, they didn't. I'm disappointed. At least we now know where to go when we need to. Okay, deal with my health. Carrot's room. No. Ooh, this guy. Tuss. I love Tuss. I think the music of that room is so cool. Look, just listen. It's just something you could really just have, like, in the background of, like, a nice kind of, like, cafe or bar type thing. Just... oh, it so creates an atmosphere. I'm a sucker for this sort of stuff, you know? Like, whether it's setting an atmosphere up in D&D and things like that, like, I just... yeah. Like, that sort of music is, like, music I would set up in the background of, like, random places and stuff like that, like, in the streets or in a bars or, like, cafe or all those sort of things. Like, that's what I'd be doing. Ooh, increase my fork. Follower's game fork. Yeah, let's do that. Fracture star. Okay, 3 fireballs now. Why not? Now, I have 8 bombs. Okay, we got plenty of bombs. Let's try this one here first. Nice. Ah, bombs destroy spikes. I did not know that. Burn the stakes. There we go. And lucky. Nice. I should be getting more lucky events anyway, right? That's a lot of money. But yeah. I am kind of simplistic in that way, you know. I like, kind of like... things that generally just kind of like make you feel happy, right? I guess that comes from like... I said, like, the whole big kid thing and stuff like that, where it's just like... you know... in some cases, stuff doesn't need to be, like... overly dramatic or anything else. So, ooh, just increase my fork. I'm going to transmute that poison. I don't like that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, why not? I can have a volley and we can get more of them, so we can get rid of, like, other stuff I don't need, like the, mana stuff, which I don't actually use to gain more fork as well. Okay. I guess that is the floor done. To the boss. We don't have bounce, so that's going to be very annoying. Let's go. I can't tell what's going on. But all I know is a lot is going on. That's a lot of fire damage. Ooh, charisma. Have I got, like, every blessing except bounce now? Ah, I wonder, like, could I get every blessing? At least, like, have one level of it all. Yeah. Let's try and do that. So I need alacrity, and I also need... what else do I need? Alacrity, bounce. What other blessings are there that are kind of, like, unique in their own way? Dexterity, I need at least a dex one on there. Okay. Pierce, caliber. Come on, break out, there we go. There's a lot of blessings I would still need. Don't get from here. Much disappointment. Increase my luck? To basic items. Don't care about that. Disables a random relic. Ooh, that could be pretty terrible. apple. I'll take it. I disabled my bow and arrow. Just following me around. How delightful. All the recklessness. I have got it back, so... And I was like, I might as well increase my charisma, right? Because if I do that, then I can get more smidgens. And more fire smidgens is just like always a good thing, right? Is always a good thing. Into the shop, what we got? Give me something good. Golden apple. All food is golden. Drop a new bomb. We have bombs. Does the golden apple merge with some of the popcorn and stuff? Well, I mean, I must do it, because, like, I'm duplicating food anyway, and if the food's golden, I get that, and, like, that's just money I can spend. And I like spending money, so... Ooh, a float potion. Drink it. Let's go. Now I have a float potion for the floor. Let's make use of this, if we can. Yeah, I generally don't think that you need to kind of, like... worry too much about things, right? And I feel like, you know, just like preventing ourselves from like overwhelming us and things like that. Like we need that little kind of like childlike voice in our head to be like, no, you need to like chill out and play a game or something. You know? Oh, I got float potion. I remember that. It's like, oh, I didn't take damage from spikes. It's because I'm floating above them, you fool. Hence why I didn't fall off that either. So yeah. I don't know, I just feel like sometimes the world is just always way too overwhelming, isn't it? And then like the world tells you that you can't do this, you can only do that, and you can't do this, and you can only do that, and you're like, well, I want to do what I want to do, you know? They tell you that you can. More spiders. Give me gold, so it is worth me doing that. Like 50 gold each one. Ooh, bounce, finally. Guiding wind, let's go. I guess it's just a win now. With the fork and the guiding wind and the flames and everything else, like I don't think I can actually lose, so. Huh. And between that, like, I think a lot of the stuff you end up doing revolve, like, all the creativity and stuff revolves around that sort of, like, mystic wonder that you do get from kind of being, you know, not really growing up as such, right? And I mean, you gotta, like, not grow up in a good way. Like, I think sometimes, like, people tend to think that growing up is about being mature, taking on responsibilities, and everything else well. And no, I think growing up is just more about, like, realizing that you're not the center of the universe and being able to tell the difference between right and wrong. Right? It's being able to sit there and go, okay, you know, I am not the most important person in this situation. And I think that's what growing up is really about. Ooh, bounce. Yes. I do want the dex as well, but bounce is very rare, so I'll pick that up. No, carry on. And I think that's in essence, it's the truest sign of maturity, right? Is realizing that you're not the most important person in the ring. Yeah? I think the other sign of maturity is knowing when you are the most important person in the ring. And not being a douche. Well, that's a very British word, isn't it? I think it's quite apt, though, for that sort of situation. You know? New keys, why not? I generally mean that, right? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with... like, people kind of, like, having, like, the right decisions and stuff, and being greedy and all those sort of things. Like, that's just basic human emotion. But I think it's just having that little bit enough empathy to understand that what is the right and what is the wrong time. Yeah? Transmute these. Battle standard is kind of nice, but I think I can get better stuff, so I'm going to try to... actually, it does help with the charisma. Fine, battle standard it is. I want the ring, though. Like, I'm waiting to get that ring. Huh. Get all the secrets. How did you do that, my friend? Tell me your secrets. The pilferer literally just, like, took that from the wall. Oh. I was going to say, we've got to eliminate everything here now. Almost. Oh, yeah. Many fire smidgens. Oop, I dropped down there. Accidentally, of course. But yeah. Like, because there are so many cool things that we think are cool, and, like, the only reason we do them sometimes is because of the fact that, yeah, you just kind of feel like that would be cool to do, and then if you're, like, too much of an adult, you think, like, nothing's cool, so you end up not doing anything, and that... 99 keys, thank you very much. I do not need more keys ever, and I just picked up the thing that duplicates my keys. Much disappointment. Ooh, reach. I'm going to get Whatever Blessing. I'm going to try and do it. So, Alacrity is the next thing then we need. And... Dex. Right? Ooh, secret room. I wonder if the glitch with the whole, I gain potion on my weapon that I don't gain any potion from my thing now is still around. It's an interesting thing. Ooh, Caliber. And Pierce was there. Take Caliber first, though. I would like to get every blessing if I can. I can't do that in a shot, can I? No. So you can still get random blessings from the other thing that gives me random blessings, right? So I want to try and get all the stuff that is good out the way while I can. Ooh, I can go ahead. Oh, I take fire damage and I can summon the smidgen. Interesting. I bet you there's a combo you can do with that then. I bet there is a combo I can do with that. I don't know what to do with this room, unfortunately. Anyway, let's go face this lord, the Dark Lord. Because it happens quite a lot, right? Where I feel like it's just, man, that was done pretty quick. Just blitz through that guy's health. He stood no chance. Let's carry on. Because, yeah, a lot of the creativity comes from this idea of, like, of not being a grown-up, right? Is creating, like, magical, wonderful stories and all that stuff. And if you're, like, a grown-up, everything has to be done through a logical process, or at least, like, that's where we're told to do it. Most of the decisions you make are all instinctual. And I think, like, even as kids go, it's like, adults don't even know what they're doing when they're trying to be an adult, so me trying to tell you what is the right and wrong thing is the only thing I can do, and then you've just got to, like, do what we all do is and pretend to be an adult as well, right? I think that's probably, like, the most honest conversation you could ever have as well, is just, like, sit down and be like, look, I don't know what an adult is, so I'm just going to treat you as I would anyone else. And then, like, when they get older, like, they're gonna do the same thing and everything else as well. I do think we, ooh, actually swap those around. That's a great idea. Now I have 99 bombs. I traded my 99 keys for 99 bombs. How delightful. On flames. The only bad thing about this is my lightning damage deals with a lot of stuff just because of that, right? Come on, I need to get rid of these curses so I can actually get everything else. What else we got here? Dropped items from destroyed chests. Recycler. Kind of cool. Tin whistle. Interesting. I want to use my gold to reroll stuff efficiently in the item room. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Give me something good. I got nothing really good. Although we'll pick up Dex here. Because of Arcana chance to help. That's fine. We don't activate the Arcana anyway. Now I have some deck stuff. And I got a lot of blessings. That's a huge amount of blessings I got on that bottom. That bottom line there. So many. So many. Okay, bomb. Good thing I got 99 bombs, because otherwise you couldn't get past this and I would lose the entire, like, room to it. Man, that would be horrible. That one room would have, like, prevented me from doing anything with 99 bombs. Oh, I guess we're taking bottled lightning here, I guess. Yeah, we'll take it. Why not? Why not? And then we can, like, reroll the shop a little bit and stuff and do that magic there. I'm assuming... Yeah. Thank you. Some free gold, why not? But yeah, I remember like being like a kid and being so much more like artistic in general. And I had like cool things I all did and set up, and even just like on like a mechanical level as well. Like I did so much stuff on a mechanical level. And like I took apart an old Game Boy Color I had and an old Game Boy Advance. And I like ripped those things apart because I had a new one and I wanted to see what these things did rather than selling it. And like how they functioned and stuff. And then seeing if like I could repurpose them for like other things, right? And that was probably the most fun I ever had. You know, just exploring and seeing what I could find out like on how they worked and functioned. I miss that. You know, I guess it's more of the exploration, isn't it? It's the finding new stuff out, and as you get older, there's just less and less stuff to find out. Ooh, more fire smidgens. Yeah? Does that make kind of sense? Like, as you get older, there's just less and less of things that you don't know so you don't come across new things as often, which means that you just don't find that same excitement. Like, I remember being, like, really excited as a kid over games and stuff like that, and being like, oh, I can't wait, and then, like, even doing, like, midnight releases and stuff, and that was all so much fun. And I guess it's kind of experience now that a lot of people won't get or see because of how, like, online gaming has become more of a bigger thing, and all sorts of other reasons as well. Ooh, reach we've done, alacrity. I think the only thing I'm missing is Pierce. More alacrity, more strength. I got hit by that. I was about to get hit by. That goes there. Oh, it's a little bit over. Okay, my bad. Can never tell with these rooms where stuff is. Just taking HP here. I would like both, but the others as well, but we guess we can't. But yeah, and I think like some of like a lot of the excitement's just gone anyway for like all sorts of other reasons, not just that, right? We'll come back to this room, might re-roll it a few times. Put a bomb here. Nice. I think that's kind of like sometimes the bigger issue, isn't it? Is the fact that that sort of like excitement just disappears over time, which just makes you more and more serious, right? Ouch. I mean, because I one-shot these runes, my charisma must be very high. 56 is the highest stat I have. Madness, I tell you. Nice, I was thinking like, was it this room here? Ooh, more health, thank you. I'll take that. Keep increasing my health. I wanted all the blessings, but I guess that's not happening. Guess that's not happening. Ooh. I was gonna say, like, I literally walked on that and I didn't teleport, and I was like, hang on a minute, why have I not... Why haven't I not been transported to the other side? Yeah. Man, I already got like the whole fire and lightning thing down, don't I? Okay. Some of that would have been good later, but let's transmute. Give me that ring if I can get it. Strength, but yeah, no. Don't care about that either. That's kind of cool, but whatever. Increase my ignite effect, I guess. Smoldering charcoal is good enough as any. Is as good enough as any. Oh, I can't do that. And I guess we're done then. That's a shame. We should heal up. Oh. Did not know I could do that. That's interesting. Some steaks. Thank you very much. What other potions we got? Okay. Dark Matte Potion, which will heal me for the first hit. Oh, that doesn't stay around. Okay. Increases strength, right, by 20%, but loses max HP. And fire smidgens, and recovers some amount of mana. Don't care about that. Ocarina? No, I guess we can carry on. We should spend the money, so got to get the Ocarina. And we'll buy the key. there we go. I have maxed out my build. I don't even know why I'm trying to teleport when it's just next room over. Oh. Now we've maxed out the build. I was gonna say, was that? Did that transform that potion as well? Duplicates all items in the room. Okay, I literally min-maxed that room then. Okay, take these guys. Ooh, one is big. And then I guess we'll go and face the last boss. I think he's done. Man, I got all the blessings I possibly could do that run. I missed out on, like, I missed out on the pierce, which is very disappointing for me. But that was kind of funny. Imagine I did get the pierce as well. I mean, that run was, like, blessed so anything. Got everything I ever needed from it. Like, the amount of luck as well was quite high. Like, that was just madness. I guess, yeah, we'll leave it again here for today. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.